Hi everyone, this is Jason Barrick of Wall Street for Main Street. Just going to do another short video today. I want to do it on Ethereum. Ethereum's market cap is getting awfully close to Bitcoin. Almost $35 billion for Ethereum. It jumped over $100 in just a day or two over the weekend. It blew right through 300 and then through $350. I see a lot of Facebook posts from people who have no market experience, no trading experience, saying they bought Ethereum and already made, $500 or $1,000 just trading a couple coins, and that they see Ethereum going to 500. These are people, who don't have market experience and are just chasing momentum, chasing the prices higher. These are, sentiment indicators. I've seen someone with no experience of cryptocurrencies went out and just posted, he's from the Silicon Valley area, that he just bought a ton of Ethereum, and his friends are saying the same thing. I don't think they really know anything about it, but it's going up, so they're buying it. These are the types of signs and market news that we see at tops. So yes, it's gone up a lot more than I expected it to. Ethereum has gone up over 30-fold in barely 3 months. An insane move. Okay, long term, I admit Ethereum has a lot of great potential, but it has not realized really any of this potential. This is all based on hype, basically. So now the cryptocurrency market cap, guys, is well over $100 billion. Central bankers are going to take notice. And Ethereum now is almost as much as Bitcoin in total market cap. It's only, it's less than 10 billion difference now. It's closed the gap a lot. So over $100 billion in market cap for cryptocurrencies. Some of the points I want to bring up, though, why I think, this Ethereum is long overdue for a major correction, because sentiment is just so unbelievably bullish right now, and I think it's definitely a speculative bubble. Long term, there is a lot of potential for Ethereum, but the price of Ethereum has gotten way ahead of itself. So has the market cap. I really think you should take a look at the interview this guy does on Bitcoin Uncensored with Vlad Zamfir. Who is Vlad Zamfir? He is a blockchain architect at Ethereum working on blockchain efficiency and scaling. I think he's changed jobs there, but he's been working at the Ethereum project for a few years now. And he admitted during this interview, it's a 5-part interview. I'll put the links to a couple of the parts in here, and it's about an hour long. You should definitely listen to this interview. This is an insider at the Ethereum project. And Vlad says that he sold 99% of his Ethereum coins. He says this is a speculative bubble and it's way ahead of himself. Yes, there's a lot of potential with smart contracts and proof of stake, but he says, they're years away. So they were supposed to have gotten it already. They had started doing this in 2014 and 15 before the Ethereum coins officially hit. They had started working on the project. There's rumors now that Vitalik Buterin may leave soon. So, if this was a stock, Jim Chanos, this is something that legendary short seller Jim Chanos was looking at, that there's a lot of insider selling, as Vlad has admitted that, this is a speculative bubble, and he sold 99% of his coins already, and it's gotten way ahead of himself. The price of Ethereum has gotten way ahead of itself, and insiders who started the project, who are supposed to be the most bullish, supposed to know what's going on there, are leaving. And yet, here we are seeing articles that Ethereum may grow higher in value than Bitcoin. This was from June 3rd. And then, just highlighting some of the other things about Ethereum. I think there was an interesting quote here. Okay, let's see here. Many investors are betting on Ethereum for its future potential, not its current network effects. They see Bitcoin as a slow and inflexible cryptocurrency, while Ether is adaptable, able to host and run decentralized systems and organizations, and has the backing of a team and corporations with a vision. Well, yeah, there's a lot of corporations that are putting money into the Ethereum alliance, but this could take years for it to run out. So the market is pricing these things in, and it hasn't really done or proven anything yet. So this has gotten way ahead of itself. This is kind of like one of these biotech stocks, these tiny little biotech stocks that no revenues, no earnings. They issue amazing press releases. The stock jumps like crazy. Maybe they just issued a press release that they cured cancer, but they're nowhere near FDA approval of something. And the stock went up, thousands of percent. But Ethereum is up. Let me see if I could get the numbers real quick for this is another sign of a potential top. That there's a sellout of AMD GPU units for mining Ethereum and Bitcoin. These are what we see at tops. I'm keeping my Bitcoin. As you guys know, I sold my Ethereum. I bought it as a speculative position last year, but I'm keeping my Bitcoin because, I still believe in Bitcoin has a lot more potential. than Ethereum. I think it's a lot safer. It already has a network effect. And most importantly, Bitcoin has a supply limit. So right now with the Ethereum supply, we are already over 92 million coins. And yes, I've heard that it's going to be used as gas and the coin supply is going to drop. But like what Vlad says in this interview, you know, proof of stake, smart contracts, they haven't gotten any of these things anywhere near close. He admits in this interview, these things are years away. And yet the market in a speculative frenzy has already priced these things in. So I think this is way ahead of itself. You know, normally when you have 30-fold moves in something in a short amount of these moves in a historical perspective, guys, are larger than even technology stocks. So my friend Lewis at Small Gold, he was, you know, in Silicon Valley during the technology boom. For Microsoft stock to go parabolic, it took basically 14 years to go up, you know, without a huge correction. It took 14 years from 1986 to 1999 for the stock to go like crazy. Ethereum has done this in 3 months. Okay. You know, and the first year or two of Ethereum, it still went from under $1 to $9. So that was a big move, but yes, there were corrections. Now it's just gone absolutely crazy. So yeah, there's a lot of ICOs, initial coin offerings right now, but you know, I think the SEC, the government regulators, and Vlad talks about this too in the interview, they're going to start cracking down. Now that the market caps of a lot of these altcoins are very, very high, you know, the central bankers and the regulators like the SEC and these guys are going to start really cracking down on Bitcoin exchanges. And especially if some of these coins crash, you know, the SEC is going to crack down on the initial coin offerings and ICOs. So these things have been going on like crazy, but you know, the regulators, when there's over $100 billion market cap, they're going to step in. But Bitcoin has a lot smaller supply than Ethereum. I really don't believe Ethereum supply is going to drop. And, you know, there's the supply has grown massively in Ethereum already. It started off, I think it IPO'd around 72, 73 million coins. And we're already up to over 92 million coins in barely 2 years. And it's projected to be over 95 million coins by the end of the year. So, you know, the people who are saying that proof of stake and smart contracts will be like gasoline and they'll burn the coins off, they'll burn supply. I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it. But as of right now, that's not what's happening. So you're, you know, you're still speculating on the outcome. So Ethereum is still highly, highly speculative. Congratulations if you haven't sold and you've made some profits. But this thing is turning into, you know, a super large speculative bubble. There's a lot of people that have super, super bullish outlook and a sentiment picture. There's very few bears that are bearish on Ethereum right now on the Ethereum price. It's really only financial professionals who have seen other markets go up, not maybe this much on a percentage basis, 30-fold in 3 months or in under 3 months, but have seen other markets go up, you know, 10-fold, 20-fold in a year or less and seen them crash and burn. So I just want to be the voice of reason here, guys, that if you do have trading profits, nothing goes up forever. As one of the great investors, Jim Rogers, said, trees don't grow all the way to the sky. So if you do have 30-fold profits, congratulations. You should at least be thinking of taking some money off the table. I'm in cash right now with my trading speculation account for the Ethereum profits. I haven't sold any of my Bitcoin yet, but I'm waiting for a huge, huge correction in Ethereum before I buy back in. So share your thoughts on this, guys. I'll attach links to the interview with the insider Vlad Zamfir. It's a very in-depth interview, and some of these articles that are that are either saying Ethereum's going to grow higher in value than Bitcoin, or talking about potential Ethereum bubbles. Okay, well, that's it for now. I am supposed to interview later this week Austrian school economist Michael Pento about the bond market, and I'm going to get China expert Stephen Lieb on as well. So that should be fun. I've never interviewed Stephen Lieb, so we'll get to speak a lot about China later in the week. Everyone have a very good rest of the week. Hopefully you're enjoying your summer if you're here in the United States. But these are very unusual times we have right now where, you know, the cryptocurrencies, especially Ethereum, this thing's going up 3% or more per day. It's no corrections. You know, the only minor correction it has was when I did my last short little video on Ethereum, and there was a 25% correction, which I thought was going to be starting a major correction, and it only lasted for 2 days, and then it just rocketed higher and higher and higher. supposedly Coinbase is having problems keeping the exchange open and adding new accounts, and other signs that this is a top that so many bulls are piling in, with the sentiment being overly bullish, is it the amount of downloads on the apps to trade Bitcoin and altcoins and Ethereum on iPhones and also on the Google Play Store. So, when you add all these things together, I think sentiment is extremely bullish. In fact, this is more bullish than when, gold was at 1900 and silver was at 50. Okay, bye for now, guys. Since 1972, the McAlvany Financial Group has been a conservative, contrarian investment firm. With that mindset, they have created a multifaceted approach to portfolio management, offering a wide array of services including wealth management, a unique short fund, hedging through precious metals, and excellent educational resources. We have had David McAlvany on our show multiple times because we respect his outlook, viewpoints, and recommendations. You really need to let them give you a much better understanding of what true portfolio diversification is. Just go to McAlvany.com/Main Street, with Main Street all spelled out, to get introduced and to garner free information. Again, that's McAlvany.com/Main Street to schedule your free 20-minute consulting session. Wall Street for Main Street needs your help. YouTube stole $7,200 from Wall Street for Main Street in annualized YouTube AdWords revenues, and they kneecapped our analytics down by more than 80% across the board since September 2016 with their new censorship algorithms to stop the rapid growth of our channel. That was money we could have used to upgrade our website, pay bills, and invest in improving our content and growing our business. Our audience of loyal listeners is all over the globe, and so large now that if most or all of our listeners were to commit to donating $1 to $5 each month to our Patreon account, we could easily meet our goal on Patreon. Wall Street for Main Street also accepts one-time donations on our main wallstreetformainstreet.com website. That's WALLSTFORMAINST.com website via PayPal, Gold Money, or Bitcoin. We also accept donations of physical precious metals that can be mailed to us. Thanks to all listeners who have already made a donation, and thanks in advance to any listeners who make a future donation or contribution to the growth, improvement, and success of Wall Street for Main Street.